Welcome to the TPT Podcast Sports Betting Show, where hosts Dustin and Grizzy put their money on the table for this week's best bets.
We are in week 14 of the NFL season, and we are back with our co-host Grizzy. I know last week we had Jayden fill in for Grizzy. Grizzy had some stuff going on. Welcome back to the show, Grizzy. Introduce yourself yet again.
Dustin, I am Grizzy, your co-host, aka Nick, aka Mr. Unlimited. Just kidding. But we are back. We are here. But don't worry, if you guys wanted to see Jayden, we will have Jayden a little later on today to talk about his bets from last week to see what his record was, filling in for me who was sick. Definitely not responding to my text or anything. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I'm here to make some good picks. So I will send it back to Dustin. I want to see Dustin. How have you been? It's been a little while.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the Vikings bye week. That's always tough to, be around on your team's bye week because then you get to watch other football teams. And we've had some good games. The Eagles and the 49ers. Finally, someone beats the Eagles that's not named the Jets. But other than that, yeah, just watching football all week. How about you?
Yeah, I just was watching football too. It's pretty much what everyone does every Sunday when football's on, and it's great. It's great when there's football. But with that being said, how about we get to the betting?
And then before we get to our first picks, here are our records on the screen. All right, and then with my first pick, we are going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Atlanta Falcons, right? I think this is one of the easier picks to do on underdog or just any bets in general, is to go with the kickers. They like to rack up points, whether that's touchdowns, field goals, etc. We're going on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side. We're going with Chase McLaughlin, and he's going to get higher than 6.5 kicking points in that game. Atlanta's defense really, it's kind of middle of the pack, You'll score touchdowns, you'll score field goals. I think this is perfect for Chase McLaughlin. He's going to get, if you get 3 or 2 field goals, that's already 6 points. And all he needs is one more point from a touchdown, an extra point, and he has it. And he could rack that up super easy. So I think that is a pretty easy one for you guys to put in your slips. All right, let's go over to Grizzy.
All right, Dustin, kickers need love too. Kickers do need love too. And I'm not going with a kicker on my pick. I'm going with a tight end. I know Dustin loves his ends tight. Yeah. I'm going with Travis Kelce from Kansas City. I'm going to say he goes over 68.5 receiving yards, and I was really leaning towards taking the Mahomes over in passing yards, which I think will also hit. I think if Kelce hits, that means Mahomes will hit. But you guys can ask Jayden. This Kansas City offense has not been that great outside of Pacheco, Rice, and Kelce. But I think Kelce has a big game, especially against Buffalo. Buffalo always seems to have the edge on Kansas City in the regular season games. I don't know if I really trust Kansas City in winning this game, but definitely Buffalo has a lot to play for. And but I do think Travis Kelce will at least have 69 receiving yards or more. But let's get it down to Mr. Dustin Klug for his second pick.
All right, with my second pick, we're going to one of the hotter teams in the NFL. It just seems like they find some ways to win. They're not the best team in the NFL, obviously, but they're finding some ways to win. And with one of their wide receivers hurt, Tank Dell, it really sucks for him going down. All thoughts going out to him. But the next man up, Nico Collins. All right, C.J. Stroud is going to look his way. They had 2 really good wide receivers on that team, and now that Nico Collins is really that only threat on offense, C.J. Stroud is going to get him higher than 5.5 receptions against the New York Jets defense. Now, the New York Jets defense, they're good, but it doesn't help when your offense keeps going 3 and out and your defense has to keep going back onto the field. And I think the Houston Texans are going to put up some points. All right, let's head back over to Grizzy.
All right, Dustin, I'm actually going to keep it in that same game with going with the undisputed Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. And I'm going to say he gets less than 222.5 passing yards. I know he's absolutely smashed it these past couple of weeks, but he hasn't gone against a defense like this Jets defense, who is giving up a low, really low amount of passing yards each week. Holding teams like Patrick Mahomes, holding players like Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert to low, 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 low yard counts. So Stroud, he's a rookie. I don't know how he's going to deal in this situation, but I think he easily goes under 222.5. Well, let's get it back to Dustin for his third pick.
My third pick in the 2023 NFL Week 14 draft. We are going with our boy, Justin Jefferson on the Minnesota Vikings. As you guys can tell, I've been making at least one pick on the Minnesota Vikings these past couple weeks. And we're going back to Justin Jefferson. He's finally back in the lineup. And you know what? I'm feeling so confident that Josh Dobbs will get him the ball, and it'll be in the red zone, in the end zone. And he's going to get at least one rush or receiving touchdown from Josh Dobbs. And that's really all there is to it. He's coming back from that hamstring injury, and he's just going to tear the league up yet again because he's the best wide receiver in the NFL, and there's really no stopping him. So what better way to come back from a 7-game IR stint and get a touchdown on the opening drive? Let's say that he's going to score on the opening drive a touchdown. Book it.
That was a ballsy play, Mr. Dustin. That is a ballsy, ballsy, ballsy play. Not only just to get yards or receptions, but you got him getting the whole turkey, the whole Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah. But with that being said, I'm going to get to my third pick, the one that's actually going to make you guys some money. That is Christian McCaffrey over 79.5 rushing yards. Playing Seattle, they just played Seattle, was it 2 weeks ago, Thanksgiving, and he crushed the over. I know Seattle has an amazing defense, especially adding Leonard Williams, but they are not going to stop Christian McCaffrey. I don't care who you got on that defensive line. Christian McCaffrey is going to eat against any defense. Now, let's get it to Dustin with his second half of picks.
You know what that pick made me do? That made me want to... All right, that was not a very good pick. You said that you want to make the viewers money, and that's not going to make them money. You know what it is going to make them money? Is C.J. Stroud. He's going to have higher than 217 passing yards, and all those passing yards are going to go right to Nico Collins, and he's going to get all of those 6 receptions, as I mentioned before. And like I said, it's the New York Jets defense. They can be good, they can be bad. It all depends on if that offense is staying on the field or not. And C.J. Stroud, easy money. 218 yards. Book it.
And now with my fourth pick tonight, I'm going with Josh Allen over 258.5 passing yards. Now they are playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs have a great defense, probably one of the better defenses in the whole league. But this is going to be a shootout, and Josh Allen is easily going to go over on this Chiefs defense.
All right, with my fifth and final pick before we get to our locks of the week, we're going with the Atlanta Falcons. I went to Chase McLaughlin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before. Now we're going to the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson, all right? He's been kind of having an up and down season, right? That one game he got maybe a yard or something like that, or didn't even play the game, something like that. But this game, he's going to have lower than 67.5 rushing yards against that Tampa Bay defense. Now, the Falcons are at home, which kind of does help a little bit, but if you're not getting the ball to Bijan Robinson, if he's not your heart and soul of that offense, he's not going to be getting that. And unfortunately, I don't have faith in him getting over probably like 55 yards. I think they're really going to be trying to pass the ball a lot. I know that defense is good against the pass and the run, but yeah, that I just have low faith in Bijan Robinson, sorry. But yeah, I hope he has a better second year than he did a rookie year. But yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna go to our locks of the week.
Actually, Dustin, I still have one more pick before my lock of the week. But Dustin, I can see why you're upset. The Bucks just lost in the in-season tournament. They're done. They're out of here. They're done. They lost to the Pacers of all teams. And guys, make sure you guys are checking this out. Lakers, Pelicans tonight. I know you're not going to see this tonight, but I hope you guys watched it. It starts in an hour. I'm not going to watch it because I don't care. The in-season tournament sucks. But enough about basketball. CeeDee Lamb is having a great second half of football. the second half of the year of football. I say he goes over 90. I say he goes over 89.5 receiving yards. Before you guys say, yes, he's playing Philly. Philly just added Shaquille Leonard. They have Darius Slay. They have James Bradbury. I don't care. It's CeeDee Lamb. They're going to get him the ball. He's going over 90 yards at least. He might go for 150. That's a bold statement, but it could happen. Now, if you thought that pick was good, my lock of the week is really a lock of the week. But before we get to that, we have to get to Dustin's pick first, sadly.
Kind of ironic that you brought up that Bucks loss and you just don't care about the tournament at all. You know, kind of hypocritical of you, but that's besides the point. You know, you haven't been doing good all year on your bets, and I get that. You know, you got to lash it out on somebody. But with our locks of the week, all right, we're going over to the Detroit Lions. All right, they're I think he's their second or third string tight end, Brock Wright. This is almost a gimme. He's going to have at least one reception in this Bears and Lions game. All right, I feel like he gets at least like 2 or 3 a game. I haven't seen his stats, but that's what it sure feels like. And against the Bears, that a team that the Vikings should have beat last week, I'm still salty about it. I'm sure Nick is too. But one reception, I think that's pretty much a gimme.
Knowing Dustin's luck, he'll get 10 targets and only 1 catch. But I am really, really, really excited about my lock of the week this week. I have Devontae Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going over 58.5 receiving yards. And the Cowboys are going to come out. They're going to say, okay, you are not getting A.J. Brown the ball. And that's going to lead them to really throwing the ball to Devontae Smith. He went over 90 yards all 3 of his last 3 games. And I think he does this with ease. He goes over 58.5 with ease. Well, that's going to do it for me. But wait, I just got a text on my phone. We're supposed to bring in Mr. Jayden's jerseys. Everyone, Jayden Lawler!
Greetings, best bets. That's a better intro. I've been listening to some of your bets here, and I liked some of Grizzly's, even though some of them were dog water. But I really liked Dustin's. Dustin had great picks. He had some great picks. But the number one thing I did like about Grizzly is he had Travis Kelce and my Kansas City Chiefs. Even though he's doubting the Kansas City Chiefs in this game, but he had Travis Kelce going over on his yards. Travis Kelce in back-to-back games has went over on his yard totals. He's had plus 75 yards in back-to-back games. Take the over on Travis Kelce versus the Buffalo Bills. And another thing, Grizzy, screw you. The Kansas City Chiefs aren't going to get it done this weekend. And you know what I did on my picks? I was 50% on my picks. 50%, people. I shot 50% in high school from the 3, and I'm going to shoot 50% on these bets when I come in here as a guest better. I'm always going to hit 50%. God dang it. So you guys keep rocking with their bets. You rock with my bets. And I rocked with some of these guys' bets last week, and I won some damn money. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you that the Kansas City Chiefs are absolutely getting it done versus the Buffalo Bills. And if Travis Kelce over on yards and get Rashid Rice a touchdown, I'm going to throw it back to the guys to the end of the show and give you guys their final thoughts here on Best Bets. Jayden Lawler, over and out.
All right, Jayden, that was a good speech by you, my good sir. But like I said, that's going to do it for me. But Dustin, why don't you close this out?
All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Best Bets, make sure you guys leave a like, install Underdog Fantasy, and with your first deposit, if you do sign up today, you will match your first deposit up to $500. And make sure you guys follow us on TikTok, Best Bets 11, and we will put the screenshot on screen so you know what we look like, and we will see you guys in the next episode.